Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video is going to be a really relaxed, chill type of video. I'm going to just be talking about some new makeup releases. So feel free to just relax, sit back, maybe, eat some dinner, have a snack, something like that. This is just going to be a super chill video. I didn't have a whole lot planned as far as like what to film. So I was like, you know what? Let's just talk about new makeup releases. That's always really fun. There's always so much new makeup to talk about, so let's just get started. So firstly, before we begin, I did want to let you know that all of the photos that I'm going to be putting on the screen, all of the new makeup that I'm going to be talking about, I am going to be referencing the Trend Mood Instagram page. So definitely, I just want to give full credit to Trend Mood's Instagram page, and I will have her Instagram page linked down below so that you can check it out. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna try to go back to basically however far I started gaining interest. So let's just start off with the Fenty Lip Oil. So this is called the Cherry Treat Conditioning Lip Oil. So it says that, and it's from Fenty Skin, which is Fenty's, actually, let me scoot over before I forget. So it's from Fenty Skin. So that is Fenty's skincare line, in case you were curious. But it says that it's an ultra hydrating lip oil that goes on clear and cushions lips with decadent fruit oils and vitamin-rich cherry extracts. It conditions, softens, and smooths lips while leaving a subtle sheen for a naturally juicy pout, non-sticky formula with a plush doe foot applicator, and features a fruity cherry-inspired scent. Now, I want to say that this is already available. Let me go ahead and look it up. Yes, this is already available. I'm on the Sephora app right here. It's $24, which is kind of pricey, I'm not gonna lie. Lip oils are super trendy right now. They are very like I said, they're very popular amongst most people. I really enjoy them because they are really hydrating. They tend to get like give a little bit of a tint to the lips, which I always enjoy. They tend to also kind of make it seem like you're giving like an effortless look, which I always like as well. I think, however, I might pass on this one. Maybe if I can get it on sale, I'll try it out. So it's not a complete pass. It's just for now. I'm not going to pick it up for the full price. There are so many lip oils that I love. One of my favorites is actually from Yes Style, and it's from the Sam. They have a really great lip oil. Milani has great lip oils. The Ulta Beauty in-house brand also has really good lip oils. So I'm going to skip on this one for now. I'm super intrigued. However, for the full price, I definitely, can wait. All right, so the next product that I wanted to talk about is the Lys Cream Bronzer. I am super excited about this one, you guys. I have really enjoyed the Lys brand. I have the Lys primer. I actually bought that during a Boxy pop-up sale. Thanks to Lauren May Beauty for sharing that info. I was able to pick up, like I said, the Lys primer. I have the concealer. I have the face powder, the bronzer, the cream blush. I mean, I'm really enjoying the line so far, and so I actually kind of want to pick this up. I'm not sure when I will, but I'm super intrigued by this. So this is the new No Limits Cream Bronzer by Lys Beauty. It's a creamy bronzer stick that instantly brings depth and dimension to the face. Lightweight satin finish formula that glides onto the skin to create a diffused shadow-like effect, leaving behind a healthy looking glow. And there are 5 different shades, which I really enjoy. That's one more than the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer that recently released, and so I think that having a very inclusive shade range is really important, and of course Lys would do a really great job at doing that. So I am super interested in this. I think it's also already available on the Sephora website, so let me go ahead and pull it up. Yes, it is already, it's already for sale, and it is $19. So not too bad, especially for it being a brand that's at Sephora. I think that's what most people really enjoy about Lys, because they tend to be a little bit more affordable at Sephora. But yeah, I also was gonna say this. I really, really like that they're the same shades. Like the shade names are the same to that of the powder bronzers. So I wear the shade Motivate in the powder bronzer. So I really like that. I probably will be the same shade in the cream bronzer, I'm guessing, being that the shade Motivate is part of the line. So I definitely plan on picking this up. I'm probably gonna wait for now just because I know that I can get it on sale. Another thing too with LYS, how I was able to pick up a lot of products from LYS was they were actually having 40% off site-wide, their entire, or site-wide, that's what that means, but for Black Friday last year. So if you are wanting to try LYS, but you haven't been able to, maybe because, you know, price or whatever, right? I would totally wait for Black Friday because like I said, they had a 40% off sale and already their prices tend to be a little bit more reasonable. So if you can get an additional percentage off, I highly, highly recommend. So yeah, I probably will wait to see if maybe they have a sale for Black Friday, or if I see it in person, I might just pick it up because I have no self-control. So definitely going to pick that one up, just not sure when. Then I did want to talk about the new sprays from Sol De Janeiro. So this is super exciting. I feel like Sol De Janeiro really does kind of break the internet with their stuff because they are so well loved within the beauty community. So many people love their scents. So many people love their body butters. And so whenever they release new scents, it's a huge deal. And I'm super, super into these. I've actually already picked up one, so I'm really excited to kind of share my thoughts with you on this one. But there are 3 different scents. There's Sea and Soul, which is the blue one, Tan Lines, which is the pink one, and then Tropical Nights, which is this purple one here. So it says that the Sea and Soul is a juicy citrus and ocean musk. The Tan Line scent is Solar Tuberose and Late de Coco. And then Tropical Nights is creamy tonka bean and vanilla absolute. So I decided, obviously, with the purple one here, I do want to look up for how much they're charging for these. I want to say they're like 20 bucks each. Yeah, they're $20 for the fragrance mist, which is a little pricey, but it's not too bad. But I have smelled actually all of these in person. My Sephora was kind enough to create testers when I was there. I just asked to see if they had these new scents. They said yes. And I basically asked if I could have testers made, and they said yes too. So anyways, let me go ahead and spray this one. This is just such a nice scent. It honestly smells, you know, exactly like a cream of vanilla. I think that's a very good description. However, what I really like about this one is for Sol De Janeiro, it seems like it's a little bit more grown up, like it's a little bit more sultry. It's a little bit more dimensional. I feel like a lot of their scents, they're just like gourmand, bam, right? This one, I feel like has some dimension to it. It feels like it has a little bit more going for it. The Tan Lines one smells like straight up like suntan lotion. I love that scent personally, but if you don't, I'm pretty sure you won't like that one. The Sea and Soul one is actually the one that I'm considering picking up as well because that one is a beautiful, beautiful scent. It's very fresh, it's very musky, but it still has a little bit of that sweetness to it. So that one might be one that I pick up, but really loving Tropical Nights already thus far. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful scent. I think it's gonna be perfect for summer nights, you know, throughout the summer season. Maybe if you're going to, I don't know, a get together and it's in the evening, I think this would be great for that. If you're going dancing, I think this would be great for that. But of course, being that it's a mist, it's not super, super long wearing, but I'm really happy to have that one. And obviously, I decided to go ahead and haul it. All right, then I want to talk about the new Pat Mcgrath Skin Fetish blushes and highlighters. So this is definitely something that kind of a lot of people are talking about because of the fact that they're like duos. So there's 2 blushes and 1 compact, and you'll see it on the screen what I'm talking about. But these are the Skin Fetish Divine Blush Duos. They're limited edition duos. They're long wearing demi matte and satin. $44. Oh my gosh. I didn't see the price until right now. Oh my gosh. They look really pretty. They really, really do. It looks like they have a mixture of like coral roses. They have Divine Rose 2, because I know there's Divine Rose in the original blush formula. So maybe Divine Rose 2 is a new shade. They have, what else? yeah, it's just a mixtures like of pinks, corals, some purpley colors. So yeah, I mean, they look really, really pretty. For $44 though, I think I'll wait until Pat McGrath has one of her like site-wide sales. I know she tends to have like up to 30% off on her website, so I might do that. But yeah, these are super, super stunning. I want to say these are available already. I don't think that they're available on Pat McGrath's, or excuse me, I don't think they're available on Sephora, but I think they're available on Pat McGrath's website. So definitely, if you are interested, be on the lookout for that. The highlighters, I can tell you right now, I'm probably gonna go ahead and pass. These are called the Divine Glow highlighters. These are $48. Super, super pricey for a highlighter. They look stunning, and I'm sure they are, but I have one highlighter, actually, it's in this here. So this is what came out for holiday last year. So this is the Divine Blush and Glow Trio in Galactic Sun. So I do have this one. This has the 2 blushes and a highlighter. This one is Divine Rose, then this is Desert Orchid, and then this is Golden Nectar. So I have the Pat McGrath blushes. I honestly don't use this as much as I should anyways. I also have a single blush in my collection from her, so I should probably, actually I should definitely wait on picking these up because I hardly use these, and honestly it's not my favorite blush formula out there. So anyways, wanted to mention those about I wanted to mention those from Pat McGrath, but just thought I would go ahead and mention them. All right, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about was this new Wet n Wild collection. So this is the Wet n Wild and Disney collab, but it's Wet n Wild and Lilo and Stitch. How exciting. This is such a cute movie. So it looks like there's eyeshadow palette, there's an eyeshadow palette, there's some brushes, there's a mascara, there's lip products, it looks like a contour palette. They always have like sponges, like limited edition sponges. They have a makeup bag. So it looks really, really cute. And of course, being that it's Wet n Wild, it's definitely pretty affordable. So the sponge and scrub set is $9.42. It looks like the face palette, that's actually a little bit expensive for Wet n Wild. It's $9.39. The eyeshadow palette is $13.02. Such random prices, but this, it looks like it was available for pre-order on Amazon back on June 5th. So I don't believe it's available yet, but I'm gonna pass on this. Lilo and Stitch isn't my favorite movie. I think I definitely seems to be a little bit more interested in the Care Bears collection. I just thought it looked a little bit more appealing. It looked a little bit prettier to me. I didn't pick up anything from the Care Bears collection because I never found it in my Walmarts, and my Ulta's never had it in stock. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on it. Maybe if anything, if I see something in store, maybe I'll pick up the sponge. I tend to love Wet n Wild's sponges. But yeah, I'm gonna pass on it for now. It's really cute. I love that Wet n Wild is kind of, they're coming out with a lot more. They came out with like the Care Bears collection recently. They came out with this already. I'm pretty sure that they've come out with something, like they came out with like new face primers earlier in the year. Yeah, there's just like a newer concealer, a newer mascara, I think. So yeah, there's definitely like some new products coming out from Wet n Wild, so I'm really excited about that. All right, now, this is always very, very like a trendy topic, and that is, I feel like I can't talk today, so please forgive me. I haven't filmed in a while. I'm really struggling, but ABH is always super trendy. I feel like they're a trending topic. A lot of people, when they come out with something, people are going to talk about it, whether they're going to buy it or not, whether they love it or not, it's going to be spoken about because ABH was such a huge brand within the beauty community years ago. So they're coming out with a new eyeshadow palette. So this is the, I don't know how to say it. It's like, is it Navo eyeshadow palette, and it features matte and multi-dimensional metallics and a mix of everyday neutrals, pops of color, and a fresh green color story. So this layout looks very similar to the ABH Primrose palette, which is the holiday palette that they came out with for holiday, which is the holiday palette they came out in for last year, 2021. So it's the same formatting. It looks like it's the same shaped pans, the same packaging. I don't mind this. It's better to me than their like velvet packaging. I never was a fan of that. And the formula is good. I own the Primrose palette. I do think that it's good formula. I am like low-key sweating right now. But yeah, I think the formula is really good. That makes me happy because I know sometimes whenever, you know, brands maybe take a while to release something again, or maybe they repackage, it's not always the best formula. But no, they did really well with the Primrose palette. I'm assuming this is going to be similar. I don't think that it has pops of color though. Like, that's the thing. Like, it has one shade that's colorful, and it's that really pretty purple color, which is stunning, right? But again, it's not enough to be called a palette with the pops of color. And yeah, so I feel like I might pick this one up, but I'm honestly not super in love with the color story. I've also seen swatches comparing this to the Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson Tiny Marvels palette, and it's actually like spot on. Like, it is a dead on dupe. So if you have that palette and you're eyeing this new one from ABH, maybe look at those swatches. But for now, I think I'm gonna wait on it. I definitely want to see some reviews. I definitely want to let the hype die down, because honestly, the color story isn't screaming at me, which is kind of like a sign that maybe I shouldn't even get it, because there's so many palettes on my wish list currently, and I'm trying to really stick to that one palette per month. It's really a struggle. I feel like I'm already ahead a palette, but it's okay. But anyways, that I want to say, so this is available today. It's actually June 13th today. So that is available today if you want to pick it up on the ABH website. However, I'm pretty sure it's going to come to Ulta and Sephora as well. I don't see any dates on that though yet. Okay, then I wanted to jump around and talk about a new mini palette from Pat Mcgrath. So this is really exciting. I'm probably going to pass on it though, unless I become very weak. But this is the new mini eyeshadow palette in Midnight Voyage by Pat Mcgrath. And this is only $29. So here's the thing. I am really excited that Pat Mcgrath is, I don't want to say finally, because I know that she had those 5 pans a while back that only had shimmer shades, and I've heard really great things about those actually, but I know that she had those. However, Natasha Denona, I feel like, is a competitor of Pat Mcgrath. They're almost similar pricing. They're both luxury brands, and Natasha Denona, I feel like, is killing it. And while I think Pat Mcgrath is obviously very successful too, I just feel like Natasha Denona is kind of becoming more accessible to, you know, more audiences, and that's always going to bring in more revenue, right? And so I feel like Pat Mcgrath starting this mini palette trend is really going to be probably well received, because it's $29, and hopefully it's that good enough Pat Mcgrath formula for people to experience the Pat Mcgrath formula. The color story is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I feel like she did such a wonderful job with this color story. The only thing is, I think maybe that ivory shade should have been a little bit of like a more mid-tone crease color, because this will work really well for deeper skin tones, which is great. I'm super happy with that. However, for lighter skin tones, there's not really a crease color for them. So obviously, I'm super glad that it's going to be catering to deeper skin tones, but I just feel like that ivory shade that's a metallic is really going to contrast between the other deeper shades. And so maybe if that was a mid-tone, that would be perfect. But that's okay. It's still stunning. Honestly, the photos, the looks that they created with this palette are just stunning. But yeah, I'm not going to pick it up. However, I'm really happy that it looks like Pat Mcgrath is going to start going into this trend of like maybe making things more accessible, or maybe having different offerings for her customers. So really looking forward to the future of Pat Mcgrath when it comes to that. But yeah, wanted to talk about that one. As far as when that's available, it looks like, is it already available on Sephora actually? It said June 11th, so I think it is. Let me see. Yeah, this is already available. So it's $29. It's already available on the Sephora app. So really cool. You can already pick this up. So very cool. If you were interested, it's already available. All right, the next thing I wanted to talk about is just some beauty news. So About Face is coming to Ulta Beauty. I have actually never tried About Face. I've heard good things about some of their products, not everything. I know that this is Halsey's makeup brand, I believe. I'm not sure where you could even purchase About Face previously, maybe on Amazon. I know that they were in subscription boxes also, so that's probably why I never was able to get my hands on it. But it is going to come to Ulta Beauty. We don't have a date yet, However, it's coming to Ulta. So that's exciting. It's really cool to have more brands available and become more accessible at Sephora or at Ulta, because it's just really fun to try new brands. Even if, like me, I'm not like super into celebrity makeup brands. However, I kind of see it as it's just more options, right? It's more options. Maybe these brands will start, like, I feel like Fenty really does kind of set the tone for celebrity makeup brands, because they're like, Fenty is just super inclusive with their shade ranges, with their offerings, and shade ranges in everything, like their bronzers, their blushes, their powder foundations, their liquid foundations, right? Their concealers, like they really do set the tone. So I'm hoping that like brands like About Face and like Rem Beauty, Selena Gomez could, I think, still use some work, or like Rare Beauty could still use some work on the shade ranges, but I think she does a decent job, in my opinion. Of course, I'm not a deeper complexion, so I wouldn't be the best person to talk about that, but yeah, I always like trying new brands, so I could definitely see myself maybe picking up an item from this brand eventually, but probably once it's actually in store at Ulta. So that is just beauty news. The other thing that I wanted to talk about were the new Luminous Putty Blushes from e.l.f. e.l.f., of course, is expanding their putty line. They are really holding on to that putty name and just bringing out bringing out everything, right? We already have the putty primers, we have the putty blushes, we have the putty bronzers, now we have putty luminous blushes. I was watching Anna, I think it's Anna Loves Makeup, I think is her channel. Oh, I could be wrong, but she actually was talking about how like maybe they're going to come out with putty highlighters next. Like, so I was like, oh my gosh, that's genius. She's probably right. But why am I tempted by this? I literally do not like the putty blushes. I declared my putty bronzer to my sister because I hate the packaging. I wish that they came in bigger packaging so that my brushes would fit, but they don't, and it's so annoying. Like, even if it was just the same packaging as her putty primer, like you don't even have to give us as much like product as you would the primer, because obviously primer goes on more surface area of your face, but just a wider opening, just a wider mouth of that product. I don't understand. But anyways, why am I tempted by these? Like, why? I am though, and I probably will pick up one. I will say they are $7. I want to say these used to be $6, so they're definitely going up in price. So there's 3 colors. There's Bermuda, Isla, I think it's Isla del Sol, and then Maui. Honestly, they look so pretty. They look so pretty, especially like the more pinky one. So stunning. I'm just curious to see if the formula is any better than the original putty blushes. I hated the formula of the original putty blushes. I hated them. I don't know why people love those so much. Like, I'm definitely in the minority with that one, but yeah, these are already available. These are on Ulta's website already. They're $7 each. I highly recommend snacking one up now because they're probably gonna sell out. Like, it's e.l.f. I feel like e.l.f. always sells out. But anyways, did want to talk about that. Let's see. It looks like Fenty is coming out with their new Toasted Swirl Bronze Shimmer Powders in Swirl Chocolate and Swirl Pecan. I'm a little bit confused about these, to be honest. And so it looks like Trend Mood posted 4 days ago about these, and then she included swatches recently. So it says these look like they're an illuminating bronzing powder that gives you natural glow with warmth. So I'm just a little bit confused by these. So I see swatches and they just look like glowy powders, but they're a little bit bronzier. So are there only 2 shades? Like, I'm kind of confused, if I'm being honest. It looks like, yeah, it looks like there's only 2 shades. I'm gonna pass on these. I honestly, like, I like Fenty, but it's not a brand where I feel like I need everything. It's not a brand where everything appeals to me either. You know what I mean? I feel like Rare Beauty has a huge hold on me where like everything they come out with I want. This brand, not so much. I feel like they make great products. However, some of their stuff is kind of gimmicky, or some of it is just like, I'm not interested. You know what I mean? So this is definitely one of them. So these are going to be available on June 15th on their website, which I'm thinking Sephora, because Trend Mood put Sephora next to that. But yeah, so if you are interested, those are going to be available very soon. So stay tuned for those. Let's see. Ooh, I was going to talk about this one as well. So Too Faced is actually coming out with a new concealer. I'm really excited about this. I might pick it up. So this is a sneak peek. It says Too Faced is about to drop a new concealer. Oh, there's not a name. Oh wow, we don't have a name for these. But yeah, I probably want to pick one of these up because the Too Faced, what is it? It's called like the Born This Way, like full coverage concealer, something like that. That one was really, really good. So I might pick one of these up. I don't know though. I'm so like, I'm good on concealer. I don't need any more, but yeah, that's exciting because Too Faced killed it with their last concealer. So I have high hopes for that one. But again, I may not pick anything up yet. And then finally, ColourPop, of course, has a new collection. I'm surprised this is the only ColourPop featured in this video, but this is the new Palm Springs collection. It's going to be available June 16th. That's this Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it has an eyeshadow palette, 3 Super Shock highlighters, 4 glowing lips, and 3 cream gel liners. I'm going to pass. ColourPop's kind of an easy pass for me at this point. It's very, very few and far in between that products kind of, I don't know, that products grab my eye because honestly, they just come out with so much. A lot of their stuff is very redundant. It's very repetitive of color stories that they've already done that I'm just not interested in this. But if you are, I do think it would be really pretty for summer. I do think that the colors are really beautiful in the palette, but I'm just not super interested. But that is everything. Those are all of the makeup products. There's so much new makeup. I thought for a second there that we were gonna be kind of like in a little bit of a lull for just like a little bit, and then, you know, we would pick up speed, but no, we are picking up speed like now. But let me know, are these videos you wanna see from me more often? Please let me know in the comments. I know that these are very trendy on YouTube. I know a lot of people do them, so I don't wanna just completely like spam your subscription feed with like this type of video if you're already tired of seeing them. But if you do and you like this and you like hearing my opinions on new makeup and kind of hearing if I'm gonna pick it up or not, let me know in the comments. I really appreciate it. But if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube channel family here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.